Come on now, Christmas already passed. Remove Santa hat and stuff. Add the Gorkmon please.
Alright, so I finally removed the Christmas content and I'm ready to get to work on a new update. If you're on our Discord, you might remember an announcement I made last year where I said I was gonna revamp the career upgrade system in order for me to be able to add more equipment to the game. Well, you might also remember that I just never did anything of what I said I would do. So this time around, here's how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a new upgrade menu where you can choose which piece of equipment or attribute to level up instead of having 3 random ones to choose between. It's with a heavy heart that I implement this change because I really like the fact that you didn't have full control over how your character was upgraded. But what I'll do instead is to introduce gladiator classes that have certain restrictions and limitations. I'm not going to make use of historical types of gladiators because that would instead restrict me as a developer too much. But for example, I have more fantasy inspired types like a berserker that can't equip shields, torso armor and only wields two-handed weapons. Alright, that's enough of an information dump for now, so I'll just go ahead and delete the old upgrade menu and implement the new one so I'm able to see what I need to do next. Now that that's done, it's apparent to me that the next thing I need to do is to define a few gladiator classes so that I can implement in code the actual upgrade selection. And to make things even more complicated for me to do, I'll also add an armor type variable as well as a weight value to each and every single piece of equipment. Classes will be limited to either light, medium or heavy armor, and on top of that have certain restrictions such as no torso armor, no helmet, etc. as I mentioned before. The total weight of the equipment will then decide how fast a character will move, but more on that later. Right now, what I need to focus on is to implement everything I've said up until now, so let's skip ahead a few days because this is gonna take a while. A few days have passed and you know I'm not lying because I'm wearing a different shirt. So here's what we got so far. There's now a class assigned to the 3 random characters as well as the enemies that you fight. Then once you get to the upgrade section, you're gonna see what you can and what you can't upgrade depending on your class. Some equipment types might be locked and others that are fully upgraded have a yellow outline. I'm not sure whether or not to cap the attributes as well, since I think it could be interesting to have something like a fanatic class that starts with a higher strength attribute, but the endurance is capped to something like 5, so they're extremely vulnerable. Either way, health is the only upgrade that will never be maxed out, so there's always gonna be something that you can upgrade. I've started making a spreadsheet for the equipment because I'm gonna need to add a lot more now that it's been split up into different categories. Most importantly, I need to start making sense of it all. What I want to achieve this time around is to make it so that it actually feels like the next item in the list of upgrades is better than the previous one. Something that I think wasn't always cleared before. The career mode has never felt fully finished to me, but I'm hoping with this update I'm finally able to let go of it. But before it can be published, there's still a few things I want to do. Finish adding the remaining equipment, create and animate two-handed weapons, more specific damage variation for weapon and attack types versus armor types, total equipment weight influencing the movement, and maybe also the attack speed. I'm not sure about the last part, but this is all for another video, so check back here next Sunday and I'll see you again then. Thank you for watching, bye bye.